Right. So we are
Muscle
here.
Massacre, innit?
Yeah, we are in Muscle Massacre.
You started recording already? Oh,
Yeah, man. See, my man didn't even give me the chance to say hello. He's just
I need to know where I'm at. I need to know my surroundings, get my bearings and that. Man, walk up in the car,
your missus needs to give you a GPS or something, like a little.
I'm telling you, bro. I need a tracker on me, just. Yeah.
But like we said, we're in Muscle Massacre, right? We're going to be doing a pool session today, going over some topics that we both feel quite passionate about, and always going ham in the gym. So currently I am in a mini cut after pushing up from prep about 18 kilos. So I went from 82 from stage weight up to 100 kilo. Now lost 5 kilo. Not seeing any visuals yet, but it'll come.
Come, man. Give it time, man. It'll come, man. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time.
And 6 on the way up.
Yeah, I'm on the way up, man. I'm on the way up. 14th week of growing. Just trying to get as big as I can while trying to stay as lean as I can, really. I'm on like what? I am 96 kg at the moment. Getting stronger, food is definitely creeping up. I'm sure I'm on like 520 grams of carbs last time I looked. Probably a little bit more than that now, actually. So yeah, just getting it in.
Yeah, it's mad. But still holding on to the natty cat, just about.
Yeah. Give me like another like 175 weeks, and then I'm gonna start my first cycle. You watch.
I'm gonna convince him to jump in on the Watford show with me next year. Mate, that'd be a sick one. End it. Mate, you gotta jump in on that show. You can jump in anyway.
No, listen, I stay in my nutty shows. Yeah, I'll do my nutty shows. That's how I like to keep it, you know.
Right, let's get it in. Me and Six were just saying, right, about Samson Dowd at the moment, 155 kilo off season, right? And so, obviously, majority of our clients are lifestyle. And like, it's between Samson, I'd say, and Jacked for the Olympia this year, yeah? But I'm going into open now as well. Six has done open natty, but like, for me, thinking about walking around 110 kilo off season, that's it for me, that's my limit, because that just limits anything else that you want to do in life. Like, imagine one of our clients as a lifestyle guy trying to sit in an office.
Hey, listen, sometime, you know, I'm just get a little wheelchair, one of them Professor X chairs, just move around. Be all right, man. Or get one of them segways.
Bro, you literally, Six was saying to me, right, we have to think about what jobs you could possibly do. The only thing Six could come up with was lollipop lady or coach.
Yeah, lollipop lady. Lollipop lady, you don't have to do that, just stand, stop car, stop traffic. That's it.
That's why, like, when it comes to like clients and when you're trying to work about lifestyle and competing, when you're talking about competing clients, it's like you get the job done no matter what. But when it comes to lifestyle, it needs to be realistic for their lifestyle, realistic what they can actually do on a day-to-day basis.
4. 5. 6. Go on. 7. And again. 8. You know what you gotta get, man. 1.5. 1.5. Go on. Elbow down.
Fuck's sake. That left lat's gonna be bigger tomorrow. When I first started training, I got my school to sign off early saying that I was 16 when I was actually 15, so I could go and train in my local gym, yeah. I remember we used to do an absolute madness. It used to be like benching 20 reps, then 15 reps, then 10 reps, then all the way up till we get to like whatever we could do, like a 1 rep maximum. Stupid stuff like that. And then be drop setting on the way down. And then it'd be going into from a bench to an incline dumbbell. Everything was free weight, didn't really fuck with machines. It was literally just go as heavy and as hard for as long as possible. Now, like, you got teenagers going like, fatigue management. They can't do more than 1 set because more than 1 set isn't optimal. It's like, what are you thinking about this, man?
You know what it is, right? Obviously there's smart ways to train.
Yeah.
But I feel people are trying to be too smart with how they train and overcomplicating the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, just keep it 100. There's certain people I see in my gym, yeah, and I hate it because I sound like the old guy. It's like, brother, what are you doing, man? Like, don't train like that. Train like, obviously I say it in a nicer way, to try and give some wisdom. And me, when I was younger, I'm still young by the way, but when I was younger, it's like, when an older man comes to chat to me in the gym, obviously he looks like he's been doing his thing and whatnot. You listen, you kind of take constructive criticism, you try to learn something, but now, a lot of people are just like, nah, this is the way that we train, but they are half half the size
Yeah,
of anyone that looks like that they should. I'm not saying that size matters as to you don't listen to someone that's big. I'm not saying that at all. But there's a place to learn, and then there's a place for just putting in the practical work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh. On a day-to-day, for a client basis, what do you think about set intensifiers?
It depends on the training maturity of the client.
Yeah.
For the more advanced clients, or the ones that's been training longer, the ones that know how to train with a sufficient amount of intensity,
Yeah.
put it in. For someone that is definitely not for a beginner, because
Yeah.
there's absolutely no need, absolutely no need. So it's more like intermediate to advanced.
Yeah.
Definitely put it in. But as we were saying earlier, man, it's all to do with the individual, where they're at as an individual,
Yeah.
as to say how their program should be designed for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like sometimes it's so counterproductive because sometimes people will leave a couple of reps on the table to try and progress on the drop. But what you should really, I wouldn't even try and count the drop.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't count the drop. Because it's going to be different every single week. Because the only thing that you can actually make sure that you can actually progress on is that first initial set.
Exactly, 100%.
Like, because one week you're going to take it that little bit further, be slightly more fatigued than other weeks. So it's like, for me, I don't personally do them because I know I can take a set to failure and I know that I get the most out of every single set. But I feel like for someone who maybe lacks that sort of effort in the session, or they're taking too long in between sets or something like that, I feel like it could be quite beneficial.
It can, but as I said, man, it's like training with a high enough level of intensity is a skill itself. And
Yeah.
It's something that needs to be trained and developed over time. Because I was saying earlier, it's more of the mental aspect. Majority of the time, your body can do more.
Yeah.
It just depends on if you are willing to go to that place mentally
Yeah.
to drive your body to that actual point of failure.
Yeah, and that's obviously like, look, the variables change so differently for someone who does a 9-to-5 job. The time that you go to the gym is slightly different. The stress that you've gone into that gym with that day, it all completely depends. So honestly, a drop set or a set intensifier, I find is more for an enjoyment aspect rather than a point of progression, in my personal experience.
I don't know about that
I think personally. I think personally.
No, you know, I've been training with intensifiers for the longest time. Like even
Yeah.
from the time I was doing my 9-to-5s,
Yeah.
longer than 9-to-5 really, to even now that I'm a full-time coach, you get me? And it's like, you definitely can make progress, because as you're saying, like you're not trying to count the reps of the drop as the progress. You're tracking it from the first point of that set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you can go surpass your initial rep range, and that's how you make the progress each and every time. Like I've built my physique. I'd say like from the time I started training seriously, the majority of my physique has been built from doing intensifiers.
Okay, all right. Do you know what?
And I'm nutty.
I'll take that. I'll take that. But for me personally, it's something that I always find that I know that I get the most amount of accuracy just focusing on that one individual set. But I think it's a personal dependent thing.
Well, this is the thing. Like there are multiple efficient ways to train strategically. So it's not to say what you're saying is correct and what I'm saying isn't, and vice versa. It's more, for one, what works for the individual.
Yeah.
Also what you enjoy, because what you enjoy, as long as it's making sense for the goal, you're automatically going to put more effort into it anyway.
Yeah, that's why I said it. For me personally, I think it's more from an enjoyment perspective. It's more for me personally, because I feel like at the end of the day, if you go in and you enjoy it, you're 100% you're going to train harder. But I think back end of a diet phase, it is counterproductive. That's where I say I wouldn't have them in at all. There's been quite a lot of conversation recently going around about how healthy bodybuilding is. In a general perspective, when you talk about a prep scenario, it's not that healthy. You're taking your body to the absolute extreme where you're literally compromising your hormonal balance. But for me, from a mindset perspective, it's the best thing I've ever done. And it's made me the person that I am and the strongest version of myself. That's why I see it as a healthy perspective. Like, how do you see it?
No, I agree, to be fair. Like anything that is deemed as extreme is not going to be healthy.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding is an extreme sport.
Yeah.
Especially depending on the levels or the extent that you take it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But like you said, like when I'm on prep, I feel like I function the best
Yeah.
ever because nothing is negotiable. Everything has to get done. Like my mind is a lot more switched on. It's switched on anyway.
Yeah.
But it's almost like because I've got that extra thing of, as I said, nothing is negotiable. I am so much more productive.
Yeah.
Plus, like the lessons that you learn, not even just with prep. For me personally, obviously, I can only speak for myself, but the lessons that I learned from bodybuilding, the whole discipline, the whole doing the hard stuff that
Yeah.
you know, not necessarily what you don't want to do, but because it's going to help you get to that next place,
Yeah.
you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like things like that can just transcend into other areas of your life.
100%. Like literally, it's made me realize what I actually accept in life and what I won't accept in life. It's made me value myself a lot more because when you have a certain goal in mind and your whole mindset is around that goal, when people don't respect what you want in life, I feel like you then turn around and go, well, if you don't respect my ambition, you don't respect me as a person. So that's like, if someone in a job perspective, say you're trying to push yourself to that next position and you don't see that your, say, what boss or anyone ahead of you respects you in that manner, you go and start looking in other alternative ways or different companies to go and push yourself in that direction, because in the end, nothing stands in your way of getting that goal. That's how I look at it.
You know what it is? I feel like it's just a whole thing of that personal development. And yes, we're talking about bodybuilding, but as I said, like it can transcend to other areas because the whole topic is personal development.
Yeah.
How you can push yourself forward to a goal that you want to achieve, and you're not letting anything get in the way of it. Even down to things like time management, bro.
Yeah.
Like, generally speaking, my time management is trash. But through bodybuilding, making sure I got reverse engineer from the goal to build a timeline of when I'm going to achieve that. Even down to things like just getting my meals in time, bro, to make sure that I'm ticking that box for the day.
Yeah.
If I could take that mindset and then I place it into like my professional life, to say, or relationships or whatever like that, it's just getting things done.
Yeah. So I'd say like hobby building is probably the most realistic and healthy thing that you could possibly do. Going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, eating on diet, but then still having that flexibility to go and enjoy yourself, but not be stupid with those off plans and binging like an absolute fool, is probably the healthiest lifestyle. Like I think there's a big thing about extreme lifestyle now. That's becoming quite a big thing in the coaching industry. Okay. You have lifestyle and you have like the extreme lifestyle where it's just basically being a bodybuilder without competing and without taking yourself to sub 10% body fat. Yeah. Like photo shoot ready.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's just that self-development. I think that's why I just love bodybuilding so much. It's self-development and it's the control that you have. It's the accountability that you are taking, because bodybuilding, although obviously you have a team and supporting people around you, it's not a team sport. Well, you have a team behind you, but in terms of performance, it's an individual thing.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to get the job done.
That's it, man. You're the only one stepping in your own way. But that is our pool session at Muscle Massacre. Now, it's been a good pool session. It's been a long time since we linked up 6.
Yeah, it's real. I'm still tired. still tired.
What we reckon? What we reckon of the gym?
No, I love it. Like, the layout is sick. Like, I love the graphics on the wall. Any gym that you go into, there's a big ass picture of Dorian Yates on there. You're gonna have a good workout still. Like the color coordination, the machine, the kits. Yeah, man, the layout is nice.
I think the aesthetic of the gym itself was absolutely incredible. It's definitely somewhere where I say, yeah, it's a visit, but I feel like when you go and train at other gyms like Greatness, Chosen, I've been up to Manchester and I've been to EP Jungle, and when you see the level of equipment there, where it just selects like Strive bits of equipment, where it's like the optimal piece of equipment, like you see a Strive hamstring curl, then you've seen a Prime upper back row. I think those are the sort of gyms where becoming a bit of a gym snob. I think that is.
You gotta get us chased out of it. You know?
I feel like
don't get invited back to this.
I ain't getting invited back. But I feel like that is the sort of gym that is definitely, those are the sort of gyms that you have on your list that you go to time and time again.
Yeah, one thing I will say though, apart from the once again the aesthetics, the layout, and everything like that, the playlists bang. Like if you the music bang today. Still, I was impressed.
Bruv, even with this one on the background now. But that's it from us today. As you can see as well, 6 getting leaner while still staying in the gaining phase.
Yeah, man. Hopefully next time we're doing this, I'm even bigger than now. The goal anyway, so we'll see.
And I definitely need to catch him up with the posing. See you in the next one.